Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master! Pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
Right you are.
Something smells divine.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
I don't know what to do. What to do? What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts. That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water. I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
Indeed.
Boy, you're risen. Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you ever so much. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time? Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown-ups are saying it's gotten worse. Now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go round. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. What would we do without you? I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I can do.
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
By your leave.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
Right you are.
Oh, sir, if you please. Pray, excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being overheard. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray, meet me there at your earliest convenience.
Shall we visit the manor, as the maid bid? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana, would you paint my mother a criminal? Ahem. Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offense.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid. Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Still looking? Well, you'll know her at a glance, I'm sure. She looks just like me, after all.
Oh, someone talked about this.
Suppose I could visit someplace new.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
I'm ill at he's here.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the
Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. Hmm? You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
Dead on my feet.
Am I shedding?
Maybe I'll get right
Must be my
here.
winter coat growing in.
Oh dear.
I'm falling asleep.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
I better get to work.
Over here, if you please. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
It's been a hard day. Quite the predicament.
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery, and a flower from Melve seems just the thing. She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I ought to be off, I suppose. I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
This looks as good a place as any.
Shall we get some rest then? Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off? Feeling rested? Shall we report this development to Captain Brant?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. If the information we pry from the agent is to be believed, there is a place in Batal devoted to the study of arts most queer. I believe it is worthy of investigation. Should fortune smile upon us, your Majesty may even discover some method of undoing the Godsway's hold over the pawns. Yet official dealings twixt Vermund and Batal are suspended, and 'tis no simple matter to gain passage through the latter's fortress. Fortunately for us, however, the agent was hiding this on his person. I bid you take it. 'Tis an entry permit, allowing passage through Batal's fortress. It even bears the crest of the Batali Palace. It must have been commissioned by someone with great influence. I doubt any would dare impede your passage with such an item in your possession. There is one other thing, Your Majesty. With the permit came information I found most intriguing. An oracle who once served in the Vermundian court now resides in Batal. This oracle foretold the coming of the Arisen and was banished from the kingdom when her prophecy displeased the Queen Regent. Indeed, 'twas by this same oracle's power that the agent in question came to know of your Majesty's whereabouts. The oracle knows much of the Arisen. Should you make her acquaintance, she may be able to offer you aid during your infiltration.
I wonder how Master Sebastian and Miss Daphne fare of late. Shall we pay them a visit? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Am I shedding? Must be my winter.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not, almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, and now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel. Fine timing, sir, fine timing indeed. I've need of your services, you see. My time in that tenebrous jail has only hastened the deterioration of my eyesight. I stare at the page, but the letters stubbornly refuse to take shape. Yet these old eyes might serve some use if only I could wear the spectacles I had specially made. Alas, they were confiscated at the time of my imprisonment. As I recall, prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom. 'Tis a place to which few have lawful access, as I'm sure you can imagine. Though, as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Masquerades with a great many attendees, if you catch my meaning. Should you happen to enter the venue, mayhap you would find an opportunity to liberate my poor spectacles? What say you? Would you consider doing an old man a favor? I am in your debt. With those spectacles in hand, I might actually get through one of my tomes. Pray, infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom. You are my only hope.
Common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Yeah? What is it?
As a matter of fact, I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation. 'Tis most curious that a means of manipulating us should exist, and vexing that it should be in enemy hands.
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters. You the Arisen? Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket! What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about. Though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
A bitter end breeds no satisfaction.
'Tis a relief to be home safe and sound. I only hope the blue sunbright lifts Mother's spirits. What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
Pray, follow me.
To think the lady here has been supporting the Gracious Hand for so long. I must find a way to thank her. Are all the nobles so kind? I can't wait to tell everybody at the Gracious Hand that I met the lady who gave us the book with the pretty flower.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
What's going on? Doesn't seem right, this.
I'm afraid not.
But
took you for a kinder sort than that. Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that.
Follow me, if you would.
I've naught to say to the likes of you.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
We shall remain here.
But not at the expense of my duty. Must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
My back's not acting up today.
It's our duty to see but this not at the expense of my duty. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happened upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye o'er it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course.
What to do about combat training?
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste steel.
Recruits to train, arms to procure. No time
Thankless
to
job,
sleep.
this.
such peace reigned eternal.
Want some in a real battle? I'll prove my worth.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Ought to be said, or is it?
I've seen my fair share of masquerades.
My soul.
It falls on me to resolve this.
All honest coin is made while the
I'd sooner stay out of battle where it's possible.
I could see myself.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Feels eerie with no one about.
It's just another day, same as the one before.
I don't like it here.
What is it? Have you brought me something to sate my unquenchable thirst for knowledge? A book, perchance? No, a letter, is it? Let's see here. But know that tonight the moon shall again be shrouded in a veil of gossamer clouds, awaiting the return of the sun's warming glow. Well, well, I'd not thought Disa the capacity for such refinement. 'Tis a love letter of a sort. One that draws on ancient symbolism to convey its message. The moon represents a woman, the sun, a man. Put simply, what this letter means to communicate is, I miss you. Ha! A surprisingly saccharine sentiment coming from the Queen Regent. Would you not agree? I know not who this Phasus is, though 'tis safe to say that Disa is rather invested in him. What concerns me is this godsway mentioned in the first line. If we can take this letter at its word, and 'twas indeed granted to the Queen Regent, we can surmise that it must be something tangible, an object. As to what manner of object, however, I can only begin to guess, and I'm not one for pointless conjecture. I suspect someone of Batali heritage might be able to tell you more. Ah, you've returned. Oh, my spectacles! Well done, sir! With these, I shall have no need to fear any letters, be they small or faintly scrawled. I shall learn aught I can, but the day might come when I can repay this debt I owe you. Many, many thanks. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
That was certainly worthwhile.
A job well done.
'Tis vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on. I can scarcely see a thing in this murk.
suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Am I shed it?
I've got to make room for my next ship. Not much.
I could use a little fun to brighten my day. Wonder what's going on in this room. Everyone's work.
I'm not stopping. I'm more time than I know how to spend.
There's a ladder here.
Still waiting on that report. I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it's possible. The sooner my duties have been completed,
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
would that all my days were so easy.
That's wrapped up today.
Quiet at last.
Though I cannot be sure how 'twill aid us, I do believe there is more to that letter than we yet understand. I trust you will get to the bottom of it. And should you learn something, would you be so kind as to share it with me? Truly? Then my mother and this man are... My thanks for looking into this. Alas, I had hoped 'twould be of greater use to our cause. I know not what to do. Book learning will ne'er be enough. If there is aught I can do to be of aid to your journey, do not hesitate to ask.
It is our duty to see that peace.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
No! I'm not sending anyone into that cave!
But Jonas, isn't it your duty to aid our people?
This world's gone to the dogs.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Think I can manage.
Sir Arisen, I am sorry you had to witness that. Jonas has been e'er harsher in his treatment of beastrons since we were last beset by monsters. Yet how can he condone leaving a man to his death is beyond my ken. Listen, I know I have begged many favors of you afore now, yet I fear I must ask another. Though the chief has forbidden it, a number of us intend to mount a rescue. Will you aid us in our efforts? Pray, meet us at Stormwind Cave at the tip of the cape.
We must fly to the aid of those in need.
Come to offer your aid, have ya? I'll have none of it. Keep your nose out of our business.
Frey, follow me.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
I am well aware of the particulars.
You've come. I knew I could count on you. In we go then.
We will likely find our charge in the cave's depths. Shall we press on? Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Well done! This is my first time clapping eyes on such a place. I expect my own master. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself.
There, Master! Saurian!
Fire is not its weakness, but its strength.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
There will be other opportunities to. For now, let us follow.
A flawless execution. Let us try for the same result with our next attack. You have my protection.
Even for a moment. Let victory slip away from us.
Really? Now? Let me get that.
The flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, the echo of a whisper. If we hone our senses, no place will await us.
Remain quiet. Your shadow. Forgive me for being a burden arisen.
done, Master. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
I'm saved. Thank you.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report? The mission was a success. I wonder what Sir Jonas will have to say of our efforts. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled. Battle is upon us!
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. 'Tis rather high. It might be beyond our reach. Master, I believe I could be of aid here. Might I be of assistance?
I must confess, naught rattles me quite so much as the unexpected snuffing of my lantern light.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
So, 'twould seem your rescue mission was a success. No matter. You'll accept your punishment all the same.
How can you say that, Jonas? Now you're just being cruel.
Cruel, am I? And what do you call disobeying my orders? and endangering the entire village for the sake of one foolhardy beastron. You're banished, all of you. You'll find no welcome in Harv any longer.
All that effort for a reward so unjust. The village chief is a callous man to cast so fear on and the others out.
'Tis loathsome being the bearer of such ill tidings.
How can he be so cold? Where are we to go if not our own homes?
My shift's over. No sign of my replacement.
'Tis not your place to question my decision. Now be gone with you. My patience wears thin.
If we seek further knowledge of the Godsway, we ought to make for Batal.
Pray, allow me to show you the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
How can he be so cold? Where are we to go if not our own homes?
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen. Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
Climbing it will grant a clearer picture of our environs. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
A profitable endeavor.
Over here, if you please. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Focus your strength, Presa.
It seems we have enraged our foe. Might we not use their rage to our advantage? Understood.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries. Another battle! With nary a moment to breathe. We must try to find a moment to gather our strength.
None of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow. I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but the pain I experienced at the coronation was beyond imagining. We must needs uncover this secret power that allows for the command of all.
Follow me, if you would. You have my protection. Tremendous work!
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall...
Pray, follow me.
Here we go again.
We fight. To arms!
I believe. Bear in mind that the brute will seek out women with unwavering persistence.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemy predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
This is Look there. I espy another statue.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close. One can see far to the distance from here.
We are alone here, methinks. Perhaps we might stop a moment and find our bearings.
I quite agree. If we seek further knowledge of the God's way, we ought to make for Batal. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Would you mind coming over here?
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
A most agreeable suggestion. Of course, the Arisen shall have the final say in the matter.
Consider the time one might save, and ferry stones quickly prove themselves an efficient means of travel.
You have my support.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Follow me, if you would. A flock of armies is near!
Fire will prove effective against this foe.
Poison is a nasty affliction. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look. At once, Master.
Hand over all the coin in your purse, now.
On to me.
Need reinforcements!
You truly are formidable, Arisen. Over here, if you please. Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me. I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Words worth hearing.
Pray, follow me.
Tis a bit far. Perhaps we might employ the services of an ox cart.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the jadeite orb. It was stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. 'Tis no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the jadeite orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Now it's gone. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir? Oh, pray do a poor man a kindness.
The jadeite orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
Suppose I could visit someplace new.
Welcome, sir. If you've a change of vocation in mind, just say the word. After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so many exciting methods of combat to be tried. In my line of business, patience is key. Do come again.
Quit acting so chummy.
Well, hello there, sir. What can I do you for? Not that... there's always demand for weapons. Particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
Shall we seek some answers?
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell is you travel quite a bit. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Ofulv? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste. And in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so kind as to seek out the Jadeite Orb on my behalf? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service. Of that I can assure you.
Sirs Ofulv and Everard each seek the Jadeite Orb. To whom ought we to grant it? Assuming we find the thing at all.
The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment.
There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I have oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first,
I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. When I asked what he was doing with it, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get home safe, and we parted ways. Yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cries haunt me even now. Pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a better fate than this.
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nature works in mysterious ways.
Poor Rog. He truly is a lovely boy. He's always helping Morris in his shop. And he's delivered me my remedies many a time. Once, he even picked some flowers on his way and put them up for me, all pretty-like. I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful flower bed he tends to on the outskirts of town. Oh, Rog, will I e'er see your smile again? I suppose I can only hope.
Mayhap the flower bed will offer some clue as to Roger's whereabouts. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. Follow me, if you would. A different path would serve us better now. I'll lead the way. This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
I'm in no need of a rest as yet, Master.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
Harpies, be on your guard!
Fire will prove effective against this foe.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. I'll save you!
Go where your help is needed.
"'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside."
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
I shall do as you say.
There, Master! Saurians!
Holy power will do little on this foe. This looks as if 'twould fetch a hefty sum.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
It started raining, Master.
Let us find cover, ere the water enters our boots.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Wolves, Master!
Fire will prove effective against this foe.
Nicely done.
It will be safe in my possession till you decide to reclaim it.
hang on. How did I get here? I remember. The wolves. How is it I'm still alive? You saved me. Didn't you, sir? I can hardly believe it. Thank you. I would not be standing here without you. How did you know where I was? Did Grandfather request your help? I suppose he must be worried sick about me. If it's all the same to you, sir, I think I'd like to go home now.
We'd best report back.
Let us deliver the lad to Sir Maurice forthwith. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek. With a ferry stone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please.
'Tis not an item to be squandered.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Let us deliver the lad to Sir Maurice forthwith. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek. This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Let us deliver the lad to Sir Maurice forthwith. If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way. Pray, follow me.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
Indeed, you are correct.
Yon ox cart is broken beyond repair.
Wrought by the hands of brigands, or the claws of monsters.
We ought to proceed with caution.
"'Tis this way." Come, I'll lead the way.
go again.
To arms!
Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
That was hard won.
We ought to consider this a lesson.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Furthermore, ours is a party of women, by and large.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
Pray, follow me.
Follow along at your own pace, Master. I shan't leave you behind. We have arrived.
Got to keep it together.
Rog? Rog, is that you, my boy?
Hello, Grandfather.
'Tis a miracle. You're alive and in one piece. Oh, joy of joys! I thought ne'er to lay eyes on you again.
Grandfather, you're smothering me.
Oh, hush. You don't get to complain of such things after you worried me half to death.
I'm very sorry, Grandfather. I didn't mean to cause you grief.
And you? Words alone will ne'er be enough to express the depth of my gratitude. I am truly in your debt. Pray, take this. 'Tis naught but a trifle in comparison to your kindness, but I hope you will accept it all the same. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for saving me.
While you're here, eh?
Don't worry yourself on my behalf, sir. I'll run for town at the first sign of danger.
Pray, follow me.
So, we meet again. Long as I live, I shall ne'er forget this. I offer you my humblest thanks once again. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
Indeed, you are correct.
Our destination is rather distant. Perhaps we ought to consider employing the services of an ox cart.
A most agreeable suggestion. Of course, the Arisen shall have the final say in the matter. A long road lies ahead. 'Twould behoove us to employ an ox cart, if you'll pardon the expression.
You have...
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll need to see some coin afore I let you on.
We could obtain some rare materials here, if it pleases you, Master.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste steel.
It's been a hard day.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
Peril can result from a moment's incaution.
Here we are.
There are few places.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
You came to see me?
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
Arrived at last.
We shall remain here.
Those recruits don't know pommel from point.
Wait for your equipment's coming. Fine place to cast off the stresses of the day. Mayhap I really...
Beg Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear it. However, it is a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we not move to a more discreet location? Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia sword, one of the kingdom's treasures. 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from the masquerade hall where 'twas on display. A duplicate now rests in its place, and I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden, lest the ruse be discovered. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial weapon for use in parades and the like. Yet, Disa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your standing in the eyes of the people. And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I've grown rather fond of it. I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your hand. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen. I bid you good fortune.
Would that I could always feel so fine. Not with him. So time I can bury the vintage on my boots.
What business have you here?
The best quality a soldier can have is loyalty.
Oh, looking for the jadeite orbe, are you? Can't say I've seen it, or heard of it for that matter. Mind refreshing my memory? It's all coming back to me now, which is to say, I've not a clue. But I can tell you what I'd do if I nicked a treasure like that. My first stop would be Ibrahim's scrap store. Got to be sure my prize is the genuine article, eh? The scrap stores are in the checkpoint rest town. Might be worth a look, see?
I'm nodding off where I stand.
The best quality a soldier. Sight better once I've had my
Don't mind lingering for a spell.
His arm is far from comfortable.
What was I supposed to do?
Hoping there'll
I've
be
clean
no trouble
forgotten.
today.
air's a waste of time. No one's listening. It's obvious, isn't it?
Thankless job, this.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay. Such quiet. My legs are as lead.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Naught compares to a real Tao. Not sure I can handle this.
What to do about combat training?
The sooner my duties are concluded, the better.
So stiff.
My feet always lead me here.
A breath of fresh air is just what I needed.
This may require a delicate...
It's well tiring being so alert all day long.
Mayhap
I have been waiting for you. Arisen. It seems Ibrahim's scrap store offers confidential appraisals of jewels and the like. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Right you are.
Quite the predicament.
Where to now?
Time to find...
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Shall we get some rest then? Though our foes were familiar, our tactics were most novel. 'Twas an edifying journey, all in all.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rest...
Some call it culture, I call it dull.
wouldn't say no to a nice, juicy beast steak.
It's just another day, same as the one before. Could you
Welcome. Such working this.
Time to find me a mark.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Lots to do. Sam's precious little time.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Townspeople depend hubris is man's worst enemy.
Might as well while you're here. Lots to do, and precious little time.
Welcome, sir. Contrary to the name, this little shop of mine deals in naught but the finest treasures. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask. Hope to see you again.
The jadeite orb is safely in hand.
What ought I to do?
These soldiers lack discipline.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself
I'm nodding off where I stand.
Give me a moment to think, will you?
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the... Very well. Pray continue your search.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Use it well. Hope to see you again.
You might say that the purpose of a forgery is limited only by one's own imagination.
'Tis nigh indistinguishable from the genuine article. That fact alone means it has potential.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite orb? Ah, splendid. You've my thanks. Before we discuss your reward, however, there is one final matter to which we must attend. You see, in my line of work, trust is paramount, and so we shall go to verify the orb's authenticity together. Come, I trust old Ibrahim's eye most of all. Let us pay a visit to his little scrap store.
Follow my lead.
Good day, Ibrahim. Would you be so kind as to examine this jadeite orb? Now, I have a bit of business to attend to while he performs his appraisal. I ask that you await my return here. He ought to be finished by now. Come, let us go see. You have done your title proud, Arisen. This jadeite orb is indeed the genuine article. My partners shall be most relieved to hear of its return. You have certainly earned your reward. I trust you will find it satisfactory. And I do hope you will permit me to call upon you again, should aught arise.
Where's the day calling me? Go on, have a look. Now, save myself.
Polished it this morning.
It's well tiring being so alert all day long.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the jadeite orb? Oh, thank you, thank you! Now my freedom is assured. Pray, take this. I know 'tisn't much, but I've naught else to offer. Right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we may ne'er meet again, know that I shall remember this kindness as long as I live. Farewell.
I fear we have done Sir Offalv an unkindness. May he find the strength to weather his troubles.
A cheerless outcome for all involved.
To think this tale could take such a turn. My own master will be keen to hear of what transpired here.
Now that is a surprise.
Well, hello there, sir. What can I? There's always demand for weapons, particularly near the ball. Do come again?
Have we any gold left after that extravagance?
'Twas hardly a loss, if one considers the value of what we have gained.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
Over here, if you please.
Oh. What does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
A merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit? Hold a moment. That cart has priority. Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates! So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit. Go on through. This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. Say, did you hear?
there's been another ox cart raid. How many is that now?
Dunno, but I'd wager it's the work of bandits. Gotta be them coral snakes again, eh? Sir Lissandro's been iron hands in a bid to flush 'em out. Though they haven't found 'em yet.
Well, if they're not caught soon, we'll be seeing shortages. Mark my words.
You ever heard of the coral snakes? There's no lack of brigands looking to make some easy coin out on the roads, but what's scary about these coral snakes is how damn organized they are. Talk is, they fall upon you all at once, and they're gone just as quick, along with all your goods and coin. We've had no luck catching them either, I'm ashamed to say. I thought only fools turned to banditry, but if they're capable of maneuvers like that, they must be a clever sort, eh? Why not live honestly if they've the brains for it? Suppose that's a foolish question. At any rate, if you've a mind to catch 'em and make a name for yourself, you ought to speak to Sir Lissandro.
Oh, good thing I'm here, really. I know just where to go. It was an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
A group of bandits has been terrorizing the roads of late, targeting our ox carts and the cargo they carry. They call themselves the Coral Snakes, and they are no common thieves. They are organized and deadly efficient. And worse still, they are without scruples. They have been killing and stealing in equal measure. Devils, the lot of them. What say you? Would you lend your aid in catching them? Many thanks, sir. I shall be glad to know someone is doing aught to help us. You all begin by scouring for their hideout. It must be somewhere near the highway, for that has been their primary target thus far. Mayhap you could learn aught by speaking with some survivors of the raids.
Buy a little something, won't you? Hope to see you again.
Interested in my wares? Over here!
I'm starving, I am.
I'm still waiting on that report.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Ah! Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. Could you come over here?
There's been more trouble, as if we needed it. Happened right near here, too. I'd bet my left boot 'twas those coral snakes behind it. Nowhere's safe anymore. Seems they've slipped past this checkpoint and gone right into Batal. Would they put all that effort into honest work like the rest of us? If someone doesn't put a stop to them anon, we'll all be sorry. A city can't function without a steady supply of goods, and fewer carts are making the journey. They say you should be thankful for your life, but simply being alive isn't the same as living, eh? The trouble happened due south of here. 'Twill be those coral snakes again, I'm sure of it.
It seems you've somewhere else in mind you'd rather go.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Would that I could stay with you forever, Arisen.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but the events of the coronation are as vivid in my mind as if they occurred only yesterday.
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition. This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, 'twould be advantageous for you and your pawn to visit the Rockmouser's burrow in Bakbatal. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek. Farewell.
Shall we do as that personage suggested, and make for the Rockmouser's burrow? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon. But at least I know I am up to the challenge. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I should like to see it done. No objection.
If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal. Well done, Master.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
What brings you here?
This downpour seems unlikely to abate.
There is naught to be done but suffer our wet boots.
It is raining.
We mustn't let ourselves become soaked to the skin.
Bugger this! This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
This attacks work wonders against their ilk.
My magic is yours for command, should you require the skill of an mage. Might I be of assistance?
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
There, Master! Knackers! As is our ally against such thieves, I will be your shield.
I grant you lightning's fangs!
Well done, Master.
Let us take care not to slip. Rain can be treacherous.
I'm soaked to the bone.
Right you are. Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look? It is raining most heavily. A characteristic of these climes, mayhap?
There is naught to be done but suffer our wet boots. We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Coming to your aid!
Go where your help is needed.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Hand over your paws, then. I'll let you alone. You keep your...
We've got them on the run.
Ought we to pursue and eliminate the stragglers? This ends here.
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Get back here!
Prepare yourself.
We cannot let down our guard even for a moment. And quickly step away from them. You seem to have been chilled. So you're right. The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to you.
Now that is a surprise.
My curative magics are at your disposal.
Wait a moment. Tremendous work!
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
I learned of a campsite near here in my time beyond the rift. If you'd follow me, I'd gladly lead the way.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
A profitable endeavor.
We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer.
Here! Strike with lightning on your side! That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
My word. This ox cart has been destroyed.
The work of goblins, mayhap?
We must remain vigilant.
Who are you? What would you with me? You looking for the coral snake's hideout? Don't ask me. They were on us before I knew what was happening. Couldn't even guess where they... Come to think of it, 'twas as we passed the crags to the west of here that they all came out at once. I had a clear view of them from the back of the cart. That's all I know. I ran for my life. Only reason I'm still here. Thought I'd come back, see if aught was left. But just being here again puts my hairs on end. You know what? I just remembered. There was a child traveling with us. Wonder if the lad's all right.
coral snakes were seen twixt Batal and the rest town. If we scour the area, we might find a clue to their hideout. Follow me.
We are under attack! I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. One of us has been great. Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements.
As a matter of fact, one master I served was quite a carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
Each to their own. A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
I grant you lightning's fangs!
At once, Master.
In relation to that, after we caught...
In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
One can see well into the distance from here.
The scenery of...
My magics are yours to command, should you require the skill of a mage. Might I be of assistance? done, Master!
Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
The enemy has called reinforcements. It seems they mean to match our might through strength of numbers.
Thank you, Arisen.
We've little need for a campsite at present.
We shall be ill-prepared for battle.
Battle is upon us!
us off balance as 'tis our enemies. Fire is not its weakness, but its strength.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait a moment. Here! Strike with lightning on your side!
Over here, if you would.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Tis our first time here. Be vigilant. We do not yet know what to expect. Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil! Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements!
Lightly. We must strike boldly and with presence of mind.
I understand.
This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
Who's this? There!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Pray, follow me.
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it. Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but the events of the coronation are as vivid in my mind as if they occurred only yesterday. We must needs uncover this secret power that allows for the command of pawns.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
First blood's always the sweetest.
You all right?
Halt, I say!
Who? Fight!
I'll have you!
Pursuing yon bandit may well lead us to the fiend's hideout. Come, Master, there is not a moment to lose.
Sir, how can I be of assistance?
You looking to enlist?
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village to the north are said to have perished overnight. There was no warning, no apparent cause, but one morning they were all discovered dead. Every last one. Of course, such rumors are best taken with a grain of salt. Some peddler might have made it up to increase sales.
All's well, I trust.
Here we are.
Yon ox cart is broken beyond repair.
Wrought by the hands of brigands, or the claws of monsters.
We must remain vigilant.
Ah, there you are. You're the one who'll be aiding us in routing the coral snakes, yes? I believe their hideout lies somewhere nearby, though the entrance has proven elusive.
Yon ox cart is broken beyond repair.
Wrought by the hands of brigands, or the claws of monsters.
We must
Oi! Have you lost it? A child was hurt during today's raid. We don't hurt children. That's the rule. Don't tell me you forgot.
Sorry. Must have slipped my mind.
It's like that, is it? Huh? That what you're gonna tell Lenzo? He says we don't hurt kids. So you better...
Hold it! Who's this, then?
We've got an intruder. I'll go warn Lenzo.
Coming here was the last mistake you'll ever make, cuz.
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait right there. I grant you lightning's fangs. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Son of a...
No rest for the weary, it seems. We will be hard-pressed to find victory here if we cannot heal our wounds. We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
'Tis not what I expected.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
It is not an enemy to be taken lightly. We must strike boldly and with presence of mind.
I understand.
Where your use of magic? The bridge might not hold.
Forgive my lack of foresight. I shall be wary of you. We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
What? Oh! 'Twas but a trick of the light. The structure of this place eludes me yet. It is quite confounding.
We mustn't lead the Arisen astray. Let us be mindful of our surroundings.
Ought we not to pursue the bandit master? This might be our best chance of uncovering the fiend's hideout. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, master?
No. Am I going to make it?
Come on, this way. I need to get you out of here before things get bloody. That's what Lenzo said to do, if we ever got raided. So come on, you lot. We're gonna go see him. He'll keep us all safe, I'm sure of that. They're already here! Run for it!
Some variety would be nice, if we must fight.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Well done, master.
Armor you've got.
Here! Strike with lightning on your side!
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
I don't stand a chance.
My thanks. We shall accompany you now. Those coral snakes must pay for their crimes. We shall join you and aid your efforts however we can.
Give no quarter.
This appears to be the coral snake's hideout. If we capture their leader, the other bandits might be brought to heel.
Right you are. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Overconfident, let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Wild horses is...
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Outstanding.
One incline is as like to throw us off balance as 'tis our enemies.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Come on then!
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. At times, I find myself wondering why we must fight against our fellows.
Right you are.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boats.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like.
At once, Master.
Should have set these sights lower. Not burns your day like getting cut open.
Must hold out till someone comes to him.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
I'd be glad to talk when I'm off duty, sir.
Visibility is poor.
Hugo! We're out of time, lad. We'll have to scarper. Come in, lads, but before I forget, here you are. Time for you to make yourself useful. Tisn't the first time I've taught an unseasoned whelp the meaning of betrayal. And it shall be the last! Goodbye, lad. Don't be sore. You were a fool, but a useful one.
I can't believe it.
Arrest him!
Lenzo? Why?
A job well done. It is unfortunate that their leader escaped, but I very much doubt the coral snakes will be using this hideout again. We'll interrogate the lad and see what he knows. Mayhap he can tell us aught of the leader's whereabouts. The coral snakes are still an enigma. Mayhap the lad can tell us more.
'Twas painful to behold how callously the leader treated that young man. He shed him like an old boot.
A cheerless outcome for all involved. A well-made thing, that. Perhaps we could make use of it.
It certainly bears inspection.